Hello. We just got done watching Disclosure Day.
About 7 hours ago.
Okay, well, by the time
To
this
peel
go-
the curtain back a little bit.
but we just got done watching Disclosure Day, and I figured what better way to christen the new setup than to do a movie review with Tucker. So, even though it was technically 4 or 5 hours ago that we left the theaters, 5 hours since we left the theaters. Without any spoils, do your best with no spoilers
There isn't
first.
anything to spoil. The movie is a strictly zero spoiler movie.
Well,
There's nothing to spoil.
like I told you when we left, it is the first time probably my entire life that we watched a movie
And walked out and said nothing. There's 0 words spoken.
we credits roll, we stand up, didn't say a single word. I think as the ramp as we left, I went, "Yep."
Yeah, there's literally nothing to say.
No words, not a single word until we got out of the building. Not a single word. We sat down and I said, "We've never left a theater silent before." I don't even know how to describe the movie because,
Boring. Fell asleep.
well,
I was fighting it too. I was trying my best, and then for about 20
the movie
minutes.
started at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, and we were both fighting, falling asleep. If anybody besides Steven Spielberg would have made this movie, it would be getting destroyed. I think him alone is saving the movie from being like plagued with bad reviews. Is very boring. It is
Very.
the longest, slowest 2.5 hour movie I think I've
For
ever
a
watched.
12-minute build-up.
Yep. It started pretty decent, and then all that momentum pretty much gets cut off. And like I was telling Tucker, in the middle of the movie, I kept thinking things like, Prisoners doesn't feel this slow. Shutter Island doesn't feel this slow. Interstellar doesn't feel this slow. Like,
Interstellar's longer by a lot.
there's super long movies that don't feel long. You feel every single minute of this movie. There's so many scenes, like at the end, no spoils, but at the end when they're showing the news lady talk over and over and over, but it shows all the different languages. We saw probably 5 or 6 languages too many. It showed the same clip over and over and over, but from different parts of the world. And it was probably a 5-minute scene that could have been a minute long. There's so many instances where the movie just felt like it was padding its time just for the sake of it. What are your non-spoil thoughts of the movie? Besides you
It
fell asleep.
wasted John Williams. I don't even know there's music in the movie.
Yeah.
There's literally no music until like 2 hours and 5 minutes in.
This isn't a spoil. The CGI is garbage. It is
Horrendous.
atrociously bad. And I'll see if I can find it when I edit this video. The first thing that I notice is there's a fox. Every animal is CG. There's not a single real animal. The cardinal that shows up in the beginning was obviously fake. Like historically bad CGI. I'm very excited. At some point, probably in the next week or two, it's gonna be on the VFX artist, like Corridor Crew is gonna talk about it. I want to see if their thoughts are the same as mine, but like the cardinal, the deer, the fox especially, and then the raccoon that showed up for some reason at
I don't know that. I might have been asleep.
you probably were asleep at that point. The fox that shows up, PS2, PS3 graphics for the budget of the movie. And there's not a lot of visual effects in this movie. A lot of it is real.
It is a
except
strictly real movie besides 7 scenes.
There's also a couple scenes where you very clearly see them on a blue screen set. There's this silhouette in like Emily Blunt's hair where you clearly see that they didn't key it out right, that she's just fuzzy on a blue screen. The movie is about this group that's uncovering some like government conspiracy about them concealing the history and life of like aliens on Earth. It is very clearly written and directed by like an 80-year-old man because every kind of
The story was very clearly made by an 80-year-old man.
It's running on all kinds of ancient, like Hollywood alien tropes. The aliens look exactly like you would expect an alien
They
to
look like they're from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
If you've ever played Destroy All Humans, it's that. It's little teeny tiny gray humanoid, big black eyes. Like that's There's no creativity in what the aliens look like. There's no real big payoff. The bad guys don't lose. The good, and then I will say, in the beginning of the movie, it kind of made good guys and bad guys ambiguous. You didn't know who was good and who was right. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay, well, let's get into spoilers because
There's nothing to spoil.
When the government agency is portrayed as the bad guy, very clearly, but then you start hearing like subtext and like other thoughts of like, well, what if they're hiding it because humans can't process the information of not being alone? And then it goes into like the religious reason, and then you start thinking, well, maybe they're kind of right. Maybe we shouldn't know these kinds of things. So there's that started.
I think they're wrong.
When I started, that's what I mean. Like they started teasing there might not be a good guy or a bad guy, but then at the end,
they were trying to kill her.
Huh?
They're trying to kill her.
Well,
One guy was shooting at them on a train.
Hey, that's the second guy. The main guy was never doing that.
No, that's why
was
he
trying
sat down and waited.
He just wanted them. He didn't want to kill them. It was the second guy in charge that was like gung ho, like wanting to shoot and kill. And anyways, he started blasting.
When they destroy the quadrifolia with really bad CGI on the train.
Oh my god, that was so bad. When they were running away, I don't know if you noticed this. The FBI, the government agencies are cartoonishly stupid. Every time they roll up to a spot, they like all 8 cars like go skirt and like slide in perfectly into place. They get out and they're at the farmhouse and they're all down the drive, but there's 20 of them and they're all facing that direction. Not a single person is turned around looking at the fence line where the main guy is just standing there. The fence line is 2 slots of wood and he's hiding there and nobody's looking.
He also starts the car and nobody looks at him until he drives into them.
Gets into the car, starts it, slams the door, drives forward, nobody looks until he hits the car. And then all the chases are just cartoonish. And then...
They're not cartoonish, they're video game. They're like a video game, especially when he's crouching around the fence.
When they were running to the cliffside, and she's like, oh, just put the rock on the gas pedal. And the car drives over. 4 more cars slot up, and they just
You don't see him running away.
Every single agent walks over to the cliff edge and just looks straight down. Meanwhile, they're
peeking over the rock like in a cartoon.
From where you can't see, but it was probably like 2 feet away that way behind a rock, and they're peeking over like, and then they just walk away, and nobody's like looking around. It's very strange. There are some funny moments.
I couldn't hear most of them.
They were all right.
You laughed at stuff and I couldn't understand what they said.
There were some chuckle haha moments, but it's not like a funny movie. It was just like it was mostly Wyatt Russell.
I was about to say he's the only funny part of the movie.
And I feel like he was a wasted character because
Yeah, they get rid of him immediately.
Wyatt Russell is Emily Blunt's husband or boyfriend in the movie. And he's funny. He's Wyatt Russell. He's like playing it straight because so much craziness is happening. Emily Blunt is just a superhero. That's basically what she is. She's
an alien.
She has the ability to just like read people's minds and learn their history and like just convince them to do whatever they want. So if I was like, Tucker, you were born, and then Tucker would just be like,
all right.
All right.
She gets pulled over and goes, your wife really wants velvet cupcakes with sprinkles on it.
That's right. The beginning of the movie, she gets pulled over and she just goes, your wife wants cupcakes.
With sprinkles on them. She loves them. I'll leave now. And then the cop goes,
okay. And he just steps back. It's so weird. It's a very strange use of a power. And then, so we've talked about the story. The acting is not bad. Emily Blunt's an amazing actress. She is punching above her weight in this movie.
You could never tell she was British.
I feel like she wasted a very good acting performance on this movie. And I don't know if it's going to get recognition. It might because it's Steven Spielberg.
The critics like the movie.
But I feel like everything about the movie is very subpar, mediocre, boring, waste of time. It's an old man movie. It's a throw on at 3 p.m. on a Sunday and take a nap movie. It's a sleepy movie.
I sure did.
Yeah, and that was on a Saturday at noon.
We woke up and went to the movie and I fell asleep in the movie.
Would you recommend people to go see it?
Well, we paid $11 because it was 20% off, so probably.
Yeah, we went to the matinee. I I would not spend money on
Go
this
watch
movie.
Mandalorian instead.
Yeah, I would much rather go have watched Mandalorian and Grogu.
I'll go
again.
watch it for the third time than this for the first time.
And like we were talking about on the way home, is like a little closing thought. I think Steven Spielberg's kind of on his dying breath. Not in life, but in movies. He is stuck making movies in a way that does not fit 2026.
It's for people who are 80 years old.
Well, look around the audience as we were in there. It was all old men and their wives.
Yeah, they probably liked it.
They probably
This is a
did.
good movie.
There's just so many other movies that do aliens and Alien Strain. It was promised to be this thriller, suspenseful movie, and I never once thought what's happening.
It was a very boring,
It was just boring.
alien movie.
All right, we do grades around here. A+ to F. What do you give it?
D minus.
He gives it a D-. I was gonna give it a C. It was just
I.
it was perfectly average.
No.
I will
Technically, Mandalorian is a C.
no. The difference with Mandalorian and this is that
Mandalorian
Mandalorian
gets a good movie and it's not boring and
It
not
has
slow,
pretty-
and good music and good action and good stuff and good stuff and good stuff and good stuff.
yeah, stuff
Yeah,
happens.
that's why this ain't a C.
I don't think Mandalorian and Grogu is a C movie.
I rated it an 8 out of 10 on IMDb.
I was gonna give it like a B or a B-. That's about an 8.
Jake thinks Roger Rules is better.
He thinks what?
Roger Rules is better.
What's that?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid? He rated it a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Roderick Rules.
Yeah,
Say that again.
Roger Rules.
I thought you said Roderick Cools.
LL Cool J?
All right.
That's about it.
Goodbye.